Right, so what a shitty day. I woke up this morning to find my bed was wet. And no, before you mention, wasn't that kind of an accident. The fish tank has sprung a leak, and I sleep next to the fish tank, and therefore my bed got wet. So immediate panic. I could see the level had dropped a good inch or 2 inches from the top where I normally fill it up to, and so it was sort of a fairly recent leak. I think it probably was only a few hours before I woke up, but of course I had no idea, whether that was going to get come, you know, more dramatic by the minute. So panic stations. I had to think, okay, what to do. So the aquarium, the shop, is luckily just literally 5 minutes from the boat. But it was still only like 8:30, and they don't open until 10. I had no net, I had no way to catch the fish. Captain Ahab and his five dwarf sucking catfish. There's no way I could catch them and save them. This is what was going through my mind. If that tank suddenly sprung a massive leak, which has happened before with another tank I had. I was envisioning this happening all over again, and basically I was going to end up with a boat full of water, you know, fish water, and Captain Ahab on his belly, gasping, gasping for water, um, flapping with his tail, and five, dwarf sucking catfish in and around him doing the same thing. And this is like a scene that I've seen that before, and it was not a pleasant scene. Didn't enjoy it when it happened the first time. So, long story short, I went to Spoons and had a coffee because there was nothing I could do. Right there and then, there was literally nothing I could do. So I went and had a coffee, and then I asked ChatGPT, and the conclusion I came to was that the first thing I need to do is go back to the boat and see if the leak had got any worse, and it hadn't. In fact, the leak had actually stopped. So we got to a point where the water pressure was either not enough to continue with the leak, or the actual leak was above the water line. I don't know which is the case at the moment. So I get back to the boat. I can see it's not got worse. So immediate panic is kind of over. So I go down to the aquarium and I explain what's happened. And they said, okay, look, we'll look after your fish for you. So take this net and these plastic bags and go fish them out, and bring them to us, and we'll look after them. And then what you can do is you can empty the water out, most of the water out of the tank, and then bring the tank to us, and we'll check it over. And if it is leaky, then because it's only been a few months since you bought it, then we'll send it back to the manufacturer with proof of that, and you'll get a replacement tank. So I went back to the boat with my little fish net and my plastic bags, and I was able to fish out Captain Ahab. He was easy. I got him immediately into a bag because he's so friendly. he almost jumped into the plastic bag. But there's no way I could catch those little suckers, those catfish. They just dart around at stupid speeds around the bottom of the tank. So I couldn't do it. So I pumped out nearly all of the water, but left enough, about an inch, for them to survive in, obviously. And went back to the fish shop with the Captain Ahab in the bag, and handed that over. And one of the young chaps came back with me to help me bring the tank back to the aquarium. And that's pretty much where we left it. So they've got my tank, they've got all of my fish, and luckily there was not too much damage because it wasn't the full tank of water. All the fish have survived. There's every likelihood I'll get a replacement tank, a free one, and we'll just start that whole process all over again.